Welcome to the Sales Pro Slinger Information Series. Today, we're going to cover a topic that every independent contractor needs to know: creating your invoice. Your invoice is due on Monday prior to 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. The Sales Pros Week is considered to be Monday through Sunday. Your shift information can be entered into the invoice after each shift or all at once. If you are entering information after a shift, please remember to press Save, not Submit. Remember, all shifts are entered onto just one invoice for the entire week. First, log on to the Sales Pros portal at contractor.salespros.com. Sign in with your email address and your password. At the top of the portal, you will find a red button that says Create Invoice. Scroll over it and press the button. This will bring you to the invoice page. If you look at the right-hand side of this page, you will see a list of your recent shifts. Start from the bottom and press the green button that says Add to Invoice. Just remember, you will need to add each of your other shifts individually. Selecting Add to Invoice brings you to the page where you will recap the shift. It says New Entry at the top. Please remember to add 1/2 hour to your start time. Sales Pros ask that you arrive half an hour early for your shift, and adding this half hour assures that you get paid for it. Please make sure that you work the correct location. This will be filled in on the invoice. Just double check that it is correct. Next, please fill in the comments section regarding your demo. Please relay customer feedback and any constructive comments that help the vendor know how the product was received. 1 to 3 lines will suffice. Please refrain from negative comments such as, "It was a bad day," "No one talked to me," or "The store was cold." Be specific about the product and customers' reaction to the product. Customer traffic can be described as slow, moderate, or busy. Please remember to write down the name of the person you checked in with at the store. If you know their title, put it in as well. If not, NA will suffice. Please fill in all of the information on this page. Once you have finished answering the questions, press the green Save Shift button. If after pressing Save Shift and you are not brought to a different page, scroll back up and make sure that you aren't being prompted in red to fill in a line. If a line is left empty, you will not be able to move to the next screen where you will be adding the product sold, adding your photo, adding your expenses, as well as adding a note if needed. Adding the type and amount of product that you sold is your next step. Press the Add Product Sold button. Next, select a product by pressing the down arrow to reveal a list of products. Select one of the products you sold. Next, select Bottles per Unit. If you sold individual bottles, select 1. If you sold a container that had more than 1 unit, such as a 6-pack of beer, select 6, which corresponds to 6 bottles per unit. Fill in the total units available at the beginning of your shift, and then the total remaining units at the end of the shift. Fill in the unit price for that product. This is the promotional price that the product was sold for on the day you did your demo, and the total sold will be automatically calculated for you. Press Save Product Sold, and you will be brought back to the previous page where you will add additional products sold if you had multiple products. After adding all your products, you will move on to Add Expense. Press the drop-down arrow to the Wine, Beer, Spirits tab. Here you will fill in what type of tasting you executed. Most likely you will be selecting in-store tasting. Add a description of what you purchased. For example, 3 bottles of wine, 3 6-packs of beer, or whatever you purchased for the customer sampling. Next, upload a picture of your receipt for the purchase of your samples. The accepted formats are listed. There is a setting on your phone, your camera, or your scanner that you can adjust so that your picture files aren't too large for submission. If you get a green line with red letters after trying to upload your photo, Instead of your photo appearing, your photo of your receipt is too large. You will have to resize it in order to upload it. Next, fill in the amount that you paid for your liquor sampling products and mixers. These are client billable expenses. Ice or miscellaneous supplies should not be included with the wine, beer, spirits expense. They are a separate expense. If these supplies were purchased on the same receipt, please upload the same receipt again, but this time add it under Expense Other No Alcohol. Write in the description of the supplies, add the file, and fill in the amount. Be sure to press the green Save button after filling out this section. Other expenses that you might include would be incentives or mileage. Mileage expenses vary by region. Your team lead will inform you if a shift includes mileage. Next, please add your photo. This should be a photo of you behind your table or demo bar. No selfies, please. The same accepted formats are listed, and please remember, they must be under 10 megabytes each. Don't forget to press Save once they are uploaded. If more than one photo has been requested by our client, you can add up to 5 photos at one time. If you have any other things you would like to relate concerning your demo, press Add Note and then Save. Once you have completed all of these steps, you can now press Submit Invoice for payment. Don't worry if you have forgotten something. Your team lead or team captain can return your invoice for you to add or correct. You will just have to email them and ask to have it returned. Once you have correctly submitted your invoice, you will receive an email letting you know that it has been successfully submitted. Once your invoice has been approved, you will receive another email confirmation. Follow these steps and filling in your invoice correctly will be a breeze. After all, you want to get paid quickly just as much as we want to pay you quickly. Do your part and we'll do ours. See you next time.